Blast me to Siphos! It's time for the Mad Merlin's Warhammer 40,000 Imperium journey. Issue 36, Part 2, Rules and Permission. Wow!
Hello and welcome back to the Imperium journey with Mad Merlins. So we're out at issue 36, Part 2 now, and we're going to look at our new rules and our new playthrough. First though, we have some information that I needed to fill out last time, but here we have my unit designation for my Tomb Blades. So these guys are known as the Bloodied Scourge. A Tomb Blade with the Twin Gauze Blaster is an expert at the lightning descent. The Particle Beamer 1 is good at dimensional lurching, while the Twin Tesla Carbine is a pretty good weapon platform. So that's my little battle record filled out for my Tomb Blades. So now we'll go vertical and go on to the rules and our mission. So first off, we've got a new datasheet, and this is for our Tomb Blade. So the unit is going to be comprised of 3 models in total, one with each of the different equipment, just so you get a taste of what each one does. Me personally, I don't think there's much difference really in the weapons. They're all strength 5. If you like weight of shots, Particle Beamer is for you, but it is shorter range. I'd probably say Particle Beamer combined with the Shadow Loom, giving you a 5 up invulnerable save, and Shield Veins making you a bit more defensive. The Twin Gauze Blaster is probably going to be my favourite. Nice long range. Strength 5 has some AP to it as well, so it's a bit of a better punch of a weapon. But the Tesla Carbine is not too bad. Strength 5, 1 damage, so Assault 4, so pretty good. It's a sort of a nice midway between the two other weapons, but has the bonus of each unmodified hit of a 6 scores an additional 2 hits. 2, that number, 2. So yeah, 2 extra hits with the crackling lightning from the Tesla. So that's pretty good. Other war gear you got is the nebuloscope, so you deny cover on your opponents, which is pretty good. The Shadow Loom with 5+ vulnerable save, and the Shield Veins, which to me seems a pretty obvious always take, is improving your armor save by 1. You're a pretty good unit. You're speedy, so your movement 14. Tough 5, so you're better than a squad of warriors in defense. And you have 2 wounds, so that's not too bad either. They have the usual Necron rules. They have the living metal, so they can restore, heal wounds. Reanimation protocols, command protocols, and the evasion engrams. So each time a ranged attack is made, you subtract 1 from the hit roll. So that makes me even more durable. Now I see why a lot of people are actually praising these as a good unit. So I might be getting maybe a few more of those in a later date. See how I get on with the ones from Imperium first. So on the back we've got a tutorial about how to use the Tesla Carbine and how the nebuloscope works. So very handy if you ever need some clarification on those rules. Speaking of rules, we continue our core rules, and we're continuing to expand the shooting phase. So we've got the different types of weapons: assault, grenade, heavy, pistol, and rapid fire. Vehicles and shooting, lookout serval, and blast weapons. And how to make your attack, so hitting, wounding, allocating your wounds made, taking saving throws, and then inflicting damage on the unit. So there we have it. Okay, on to our next mission. So this is a Capture the Forge mission. So we got a set of 3 objectives, I believe. Yeah, 3 objectives. And we got a nice little sized army. We get to try out our Tomb Blade. So let's get this set up. Oh, spoilers for the next 2 Imperiums. So let's get my battlefield set up and we'll play out this mission. Okay, so we are deployed. Knocking over my plasma. So we have our Skitarii deployed down here in this corner. So we've got a 3-inch in and up to the halfway point on the mat. So I've put the one Catapult Destroyer here, ready to go claim the objective with the Tech Priest backing him up. And over here I've got the other Tech Priest along with the Skitarii ready to go claim the central 2 objectives. I've done a similar bit of deployment on the other side. The Royal Warden and the Warriors are going to march into No Man's Land and the enemy territory. Well, the Technomancer, actually I might keep the Technomancer with the Warriors to help revive, but the Tombblade can act on his own and hopefully claim an objective early on. As with a lot of the scout missions, we're going to be claiming objectives at the end of our turn, so as long as no one else is on them, we'll be quite happy. Again, we last for 5 battle rounds. Person at the end of the game with the most points is the winner. So, capture the Forge. Cyphos is home to many important Adeptus Mechanicus facilities, not least the ammunition foundries that ring the military district. One such forge facility has fallen into the hands of the Necron invaders, initiating a furious response from the Imperial defenders. After all, no moon or planet can hope to defend itself without the weapons and ammunition required to wage war against the implacable Necron foes. Necron's Technomancer, deny the foe. The vice-like grip of the Sautek dynasty continues to choke the life from the Ramesses system. In the void, their fleets interdict Imperial supply vessels, whilst on the surface of the system's moons they seek to destroy all manufacturing facilities and leave the Imperium bereft of war material. Adeptus Mechanicus, Tech Priest Dominus. Stoke the Forge. The fires of Forge Monarchia cannot be allowed to die. In the face of overwhelming odds, a dedicated band of Adeptus Mechanicus soldiers remain determined to hold their ground and protect the invaluable facility from the grasping talons of the Necron invaders and uphold the honor of the Red Planet. So, Necrons are going to pillage and the Adeptus Mechanicus are going to try and restore. So, let's begin turn 1 and see how well things play out. I'll be back shortly. Okay, that is an interesting turn 1. So, bottom of turn 1, I enacted the Canticles and the Doctriner that gave me bonus movement, and I managed to make good use of that. So the Skitarii managed to storm the central objective, Catapult Destroyer over here, the Tombblade from the Necron side went over there like I planned. So he's going to hopefully stay in there and keep scoring an objective until the Skitarii get them off it. The Skitarii, even with the -1 for moving, they managed to off 6 Necrons, 2 got back up. And the Cognis Flamer from the Destroyer also managed to do a bit of damage. So, 2 points on the Skitarii side, 1 point to the Necrons, and still quite a lot to play for. So, let's hit turn 2 and see how we go. Okay, bottom of turn 2. That was a rather eventful turn. The Technomancer scored a 3 and revived 3 Necron Warriors. I lost a further 2 to shooting from the Dominus. The Warriors did march up on their turn and eliminated the poor Mr. Destroyer. So it's just the Dominus now holding that objective. The Royal Warden and the Tombblade took out the majority of the Skitarii. I shot the 4 Gauze Blasters at these guys, 5 Gauze Reapers at the Destroyer. So there's only the poor little plasma guy left. That is after combat attrition tests were made. And we just got the Tech Priest Dominus, Tech Priest Engineer there as well, holding the objective. So the Mechanicum are ahead at the moment, but mainly on the fact that they have been holding 2 objectives to the opponent's 1. Things are about to swing, I think, in the Necron's favour. So let's turn 3 begin and see what happens. Bottom of turn 3, and the Necrons are recuperating from what they've been losing. It's now a tied game, and there is only 1 model left on the Adeptus Mechanicus side. Regardless, I think the Necrons are going to win it, but let's see what turn 4 has to offer. Yep, turn 4 has indeed yielded victory for the Necrons. And made use of the Overlord's fallback ability, so the warriors fell back and still managed to shoot in to the Tech Priest Engineer Dominus. Even with a 1-up save, thanks to cover, he didn't make all his rolls, sadly. End of the Necron's turn, they scored 2 points, putting them definitely in the lead. So that's it for game. Would I have done things differently? Possibly. I might have played a little bit of a longer game, kept mechanical stuff back, and made use of my range over charging in, much like I did my last game. Necrons, I think they did really good. I'm really loving the Technomancer and the ability to restore up to D3 models to a Necron warrior unit. I've constantly had my unit at maximum capacity over and over again. So definitely well worth the investment of the Technomancer there. Royal Warden proved useful. The fallback and then still shoot ability was pretty good. And it's his Relic Gauze Blaster that took out the Tech Priest Engineer anyway. Toonblade, pretty good. I like them. They're nippy. They can dodge in and out of cover. They've got pretty good shooting and pretty good defensive abilities. So, yeah, definitely not do much different on the Necron side of things. But that is it for this mission. I already spoiled it, but let's have a look at what's in the next Imperiums. So, issue 37 brings us our Promethean pipelines. So, some new scenery, which will finish off our mat. And then we get 2 new paints and a texture tool, plus a brand new game mat in issue 38. We're learning about the Tau and the Space Wolves, respectively. So, we'll finally be able to do some paint basing to our models. And we still have no idea what Uriel Yellow is going to be used for. But there we have it. That's issue 36 of the Mad Merlin's Imperium Journey. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share and subscribe. Doing so will help the channel out. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. If you'd like to help support the channel in other ways, there's of course my affiliate link for Curtain Games, my Buy Me a Coffee page, where I'll be sharing updates before anywhere else. I will also be keeping up to date with future projects and current projects, of course. And I'll be sharing plenty of my YouTube content there as well soon. Anyway, thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time for more mad content. Goodbye.